This is the Hound Pit's pub. Closed for business. Half the district marked off as dead from the plague. We're right under the Lord Regent's nose, and he don't know a thing. Of course, if anyone finds out what we're up to, the Watch will break in with swords drawn. And now that you've escaped, the Lord Regent's going to be tearing the city apart. Take you up to meet Admiral Havelock and the rest of the loyalists. The Admiral's a man to be reckoned with. If anyone can help you find that missing girl, Lady Emily, and clear your name, he can.
Alright, it's time to meet these loyalists. People who got me out of prison. Saved me.
I expect they're hard at work in there. Best join them. They'll help you get whoever really killed the Empress.
Thanks, Samuel.
So it's starting at last, Admiral. We've found our man. Even after 6 months in Coldridge Prison, he slipped out like it was nothing.
Yes. Not surprising. He was the personal bodyguard of the Empress. You've heard the stories.
Yes, I have. It still amazes me that someone could get to the Empress and young Lady Emily.
No one knows the real story, Trevor. We all have our suspicions. We'll know the truth in time.
He's strong and quick. But I hope he understands subtlety as well.
This isn't one of your fancy dress parties. The reality is that we need men killed. Have you ever killed a man?
Only with my wit. But it's a fair point as always. He'll be here soon, and I'm looking forward to meeting him.
Well, here I am. If there's men to be killed, I'm your guy.
We can continue this Corvo, I'm Admiral Havelock. A true servant of the Empire, like you. Until the Lord Regent purged those of us who wouldn't recognize his claim on the throne.
And I'm Lord Trevor Pendleton. I represent the nobility in our little group. But we all act as equals here at the Hound Pit's pub.
This is a momentous occasion, Corvo. I'm going to come out with it. We've been building a coalition of loyalists, aimed at ending the Lord Regent's tyranny and restoring the throne.
At risk of execution, we're committed to finding young Lady Emily and seeing her crowned as Empress.
We've got big plans, but we can't do any of it without you. We need your skills, your ability in a fight, and in helping us, we're going to help you destroy the men who murdered the Empress.
Sorry, you must be exhausted. We can discuss this further after you've recovered. But before you retire, you should introduce yourself to Piero. He's challenging at times, but his industrious mind buys him that right.
Yes, Piero's as much an artist as a technician. He's going to be crafting the gear you'll need. Go talk to him, and then get some sleep. We can talk more when you've rested.
So this is the two men I'll be working for. Or working with, I suppose.
Good to have you with us, Corvo. Nothing against the others, but there's no substitute for a man who's done his service for the crown. Have you talked to Piero yet? He made the weapons we left for you on your way out of Coldridge Prison. Go see him when you can.
Weird little teleporting thing. Admiral Havelock. Loyal man. Now Trevor Pendleton, I don't know much about. He's a nobleman, but they're right, we do need noblemen. And this would be Piero.
I'll be crafting your weapons and gear. All custom work. For you, I will create the tools of a master assassin. No! This cannot happen now. The tank of whale oil is running. Will you get a new tank from upstairs, please, while I hold this in place? Be careful. The oil's unstable. When it explodes, there's a terrible mess.
Whale oil tank? The society of Dunwall and the world around it is much reliant on the whale oil.
Now plug it in. Perfect. Thank you, Cole. Here, see? The assassin's mask. You're a wanted man, so everyone in the city knows your face. this mask will mean terror to them. If you just hold still, the fit must be precise. There. Can you see normally? Send the lens out of alignment. There. Better now? I could create more for you. Upgrades for your gear, weapons, munitions. But our situation here is desperate. Scavenge the city for valuables and I will resell them on the black market. That should give us the money to craft the things you need. Tell me what I can make for you.
Well, let's see what you can make for me. Alright, we can get some bolts, bullets, spring racer, grenade, rewire tool. But I think the upgrades is what I'd like the most. We have a pistol upgrade, crossbows, ability to carry more stuff. I'll wait for now, I think. Maybe later on we'll get different sort of upgrades that we might want to save money for. Oops. Wrong button.
You must be exhausted. I advise that you get some sleep. Your life will get even more difficult soon. You should rest while you can. Very well. You know best. Let me know if you need anything more.
Piero seems a bit weird, but he'll get me upgrades.
Tell me what I can make for you.
Oh, nothing. Pratchett jellied eels and herbs. Money. Havelock doesn't want to buy all the stuff Piero needs. That's why I can get some for his stuff. This is a bit of a diary about how Piero's remedy is just as good as Sokolov's elixir. It's not quite just as good. The way it works is that Sokolov's elixir is health and Piero is mana, or whatever you want to call it. And up here we have a bunch of books. I'm not going to read all of these, but if you want to read them, you can just pause the video and take a look. Suffice to say, it's just basically a lot of background story and lore about the world we're in. I like how I can just take stuff in front of him and he won't really care. Let's listen to the audiograph.
The Academy teaches that absurd idea that the energy in whale oil arises from the need to maintain life functions at extreme ocean depths. The pressure and the cold are too much to endure without it. I speculate that a human being might, by a process of adaptation, produce high energy humors in the body. I could build a tank that would slowly increase pressure on a subject over a long period of time and then observe them for years if need be to see if the formulation of energetic substances develop. Surely the Empress would be able to furnish me with facilities subject to the necessary legal amnesty.
Piero seems like a bit of a crazy guy, but that's fine. We might need crazy people for this. The Outsider. So this is the Hound Pit's pub.
I once served under Admiral Havelock. Captain Havelock then. I don't know if he remembers me, but I fear it's rude to ask. I don't want to embarrass him.
There's valuables everywhere. So, the Hound Pit's pub is a fairly large area for what it is. This is where we make our home. Now, this is The whiskey brewery.
River traffic is forbidden from landing in the distillery district due to risk of infectious contact. Violator.
My, you must be Corvo. I am Lydia, at your service. Your room is upstairs and ready. When they told me who it was, well, I thought you'd be older, like the Admiral.
How can you tell? I have the mask on now. Just got a key. Can I steal that? No, I can't.
I'm sorry it's so dark. We can't risk being seen. It is a... romantic, though, isn't it? I used to be the hostess here. Oh, I could tell you stories about that, believe me. You can call on Cecilia for the more menial tasks. It's what she's suited for. I hope the bed's to your liking. Let me know if you have trouble sleeping.
Is she flirting with me? She might be.
Man dangerous?
Yes, very much so, but no need to fear. He is here to work with our masters.
People say he killed the Empress.
Of course he didn't.
Do not
People are
attempt to
foolish
house
and
or
believe
care
whatever they're
for a
told.
friend or family
Okay.
member who shows
If the
signs
Admiral
of
trusts
blood
him,
on their
then so
face
will I.
and chest area. The only way to help them is to bring them to the City Watch. They
Please
will
follow
be
Wallace.
taken
me
to the
to your
flooded
quarters.
district for treatment.
I'm pretty sure I can find my own way, but thanks. Back them. Oh, Pendleton. Don't mind me, just, you know, getting resources for the future. I'm sure you'll be fine with that.
Pleased to meet you, Master Corvo. I saw you at court in happier days, but you might not remember. I was once a close ally to the Lord Regent, Hiram Burroughs, back when he was just the spy master. He's one manipulative bastard, I can tell you that. There's something distinguished about you, Corvo. Was there nobility back in your family line? I wouldn't be surprised.
I normally don't talk much about my past. I do remember you, Trevor.
Did you know I'm distant kin to the late Empress and her line? Not close enough, sadly. I'll never be Emperor.
Let's see what the
My
autograph says.
furnishings have been installed at last with no small amount of complaining by that antiquated boatman. The others have no idea what it's like to suffer as I have. Speaking of which... Wallace! Please breathe 2 bottles of Dunwall Red, never mind which, and fetch a clean glass. Well, I'll begin again tomorrow.
He's a bit of a fop. As most noblemen are, but I suppose I'll have to trust him. No, I'm not quite done yet. Let's see down here. I'm gonna leave this place. I'm gonna need the money for stuff that Piero can make for me anyway.
The Admiral served in the Navy under the Empress.
Attention, Dunwall
But something happened with the Lord Regent that drove the Admiral out. If I understand it right.
As far as the river
Admiral
mouth and
Havelock
flooded
made it very
district.
clear that we aren't to
Do not
carry
attempt
lamps
to
outside.
approach or destroy a river
Maybe you
front.
haven't seen much of
Any
it,
items recovered
but
from
the
doing
city
so
has
are
changed a great
considered
deal after
state
the Empress
property.
died. Since the Lord Regent took over, the City Watch is best avoided. Most people try not to go outside at all.
They've ruined my city. I have much work to be done. And I think it's about time I get some rest. Let's get to the top floor. I think I've talked to most of them. Have anything to say? This is weird to me. A wall like that. Wow, talk about Spartan surroundings.
This is your room. It was chosen to give you privacy. I understand you'll need your rest.
Yeah, probably. Where are you? He doesn't want to talk to me. Goodbye, Wallace. Alright. Herbs.
Attention Dunwall citizens. Lady Emily Caldwin was abducted 6 months ago during her mother's terrible murder. Anyone with information leading to the location or return of the daughter of our beloved late Empress is required to speak to the City Watch at once.
I'll find Emily. And I'll avenge my Lady Empress. First, some sleep. Dawn. This is not what it looked like when I went to sleep. This is definitely not what it looked like. Something's not right. Yeah, that's pretty true. Whoa. Strange gravity.
Hello, Corvo. Your life has taken a turn, has it not? The Empress is dead. Her precious daughter Emily is lost somewhere in the city, and you will play a pivotal role in the days to come. For this, I have chosen you and drawn you into the void. I am the outsider, and this is my mark. There are forces in the world and beyond the world. Great forces that men call magic. And now, these forces will serve your will. Use this newfound power, my gift to you. Come find me.
Well, well, well. I now have the power to blink, which is going to be something I use a lot. This is where the game starts becoming awesome. There we go. No. Jessamine. Maybe not, but I can avenge her. I don't want to drink a mana potion. I don't need to yet. Emily. I'm coming for you, Emily, don't worry. These look like Pendleton. Pendleton has two brothers. These are them. They don't look like nice people. If they have hurt one single scratch on Emily, their pain will be immense. Don't really need that much because I'm regening the Spy Master. The city. Tall boy trying to shoot some more people. These are tall boys. Some quite dangerous methods of controlling the population. But the Spy Master, or the Lord Regent, has under his control. Let's get a move on.
Days that follow, your trials will be great, Corvo. Seek the ancient runes bearing my mark in the lonely places of your world, and at shrines raised in my name. These runes will grant you powers beyond those of other men. To help you find these runes, I give you this, the heart of a living thing, molded by my hands. With this heart, you will hear many secrets, and it will guide you toward my runes, no matter how they may be hidden. Listen to the heart now, and find another rune.
The heart. So, equipping this shows me where things are. and I can listen to it speak.
This place is the end of all things, and the beginning. All of time is meaningless here. Neither seconds, nor centuries. Someday this place will devour all the lights in the sky. The one who walks here is all things. Cradle songs of comfort in bones gnawed by teeth. This is the place from which those who dabble in black arts draw their power. And this place is their doom. I can feel a great age ending. This place is the end of all things, and the beginning.
Once she starts repeating herself, that's when you know you've heard what she has to say. What do we have here? Anything interesting? It's like time is frozen, like she said. Getting a lot of mana potions. There's the rune. Here we can upgrade our powers. Now with only one rune we can't get a lot of things. We have Dark Vision, which is quite useful if you're being super stealthy. And we can get Vitality, which increases our health. We are going to save some of the runes because we're going to get some of the cooler powers later on and they require a little bit more.
How you use what I have given you falls upon you, as it has to the others before you. And now I return you to your world, but know that I will be watching with great interest.